Let's begin sitting cross-legged. And maybe you just cross your feet at the ankles. If you like to come into half lotus with one foot lifted onto the other leg, you're welcome to do that if it's comfortable. And I encourage you to pull the flesh of your buttocks back behind your sit bones. It just helps to bring that lumbar curve just into your posture, which makes sitting upright a little bit easier. And then we can start with a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, letting the eyes close, letting the shoulders relax. Maybe dropping the chin down ever so slightly. Bringing your attention to your sit bones. And letting go of the muscles in the buttocks. Allowing the sit bones to move through the muscles into the earth. Bring your attention to your hands and see how it feels if you turn the palms to face up. Physically and energetically and emotionally, just take in what that feels like. And then turn the palms down and see how that feels. Maybe there's no difference, but maybe there is. You can choose what serves you. And then bring attention to your breath. Relaxing the belly. Letting the breath come in fully to an open belly. And then deliberately prolonging the breath so that it moves from the full belly into an expanding ribs and a lifting chest. You might imagine as you're breathing in that you're breathing into your whole body, not just the lungs. Breathing every cell awake. We're turning on a light. And the light turns on kind of like a dimmer switch. Starts off faint, and then as you continue the inhale, it gets brighter and brighter. And then on the exhale, turning it off. And lift the arms up in the air. Sink down through the sit bones and reach up through the fingers as you inhale. And let the shoulders come down as you exhale. And then keep the shoulders down as you inhale and reach up through the fingers. Exhale, relaxing shoulder blades down your back. And then inhale, reach up through the right arm only. Relaxing it down. And left arm. down. And again, both arms. And then exhale, folding over, hands to the ground, head relaxing down, elbows bending, head heavy. Breathing fullness in, breathing out until you're empty. Collapsing the body toward the earth with each exhale. And then on your next inhale, roll yourself up. Reach the arms up again. Exhale down. Just maintain that breath, that slow, deep breath, even as you move the legs and shake them out. So the movement is not necessarily rhythmic with the breath, so try to maintain the breath anyway. And then when you're ready, cross your legs with the opposite foot in front. Flush of the buttocks back. Sitting tall and straight, shoulders down. And establishing the breath. And begin to circle the body around. Rounding as you go through the back of the circle. Opening the chest as you inhale across the front of the circle. Moving with the rhythm of your breath. Beautiful. Reverse directions. And back to center. Sitting tall, belly relaxed, shoulders relaxed. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, left hand down. And lean over to the left. Bend the left elbow. Push into the left hand. Sink the right sit bone. Turn your gaze up. Reach out of the right hand as you inhale. And release the weight of the body as you exhale. Inhale, straighten your left elbow if it's bent. Exhale, fold over your left leg. Right arm comes down on the diagonal. Push into your left hand again to send your right hip back. Reach out long through the right arm. Sink into your exhalation. See if the inhale can travel up the whole right side. Use your next inhale to lift you up, reaching arms up. Exhale, right hand down, lean it over. And then bend the right elbow, sinking. Turn your gaze up. Keep your palm down. Then press into your right hand, grounding through your left buttock. Straighten the right elbow if it's bent. Turn to face your right thigh. Fold over it as you exhale. Bringing the left arm down on the diagonal. Relax your head down. Feel the distance between your left elbow and your left armpit and let that sink down. Press into your right hand, sending your left sit bone back and down even more. And then maybe, if you want, you can reach out longer through your left hand. Let the breath expand that distance from the left hip to the left shoulder. And on an inhale, lift up, reach the arms up. Exhale down. Stay connected to your breath. Smooth and slow. Releasing the legs. Shake them out. And then bring the right foot alongside the right hip. And if you're able to, be on the top of your right foot so that the sole of the foot is facing up, if you can. And then bend the left leg so that the foot is on the ground. Bring your hands to the floor behind you. Push into the hands to lift your buttocks just an inch or so. Tuck your tailbone under and lower back down. Now, you may already feel as much of a stretch as that right thigh can tolerate, and just stay there if that's good for you. You can also try pushing down into your left foot a little bit to maintain more of a tuck of the tailbone, which will increase that stretch. If you can, and if you want, you can lower back onto your elbows. And if you're there, you might press into the elbows, lift and tuck again. And if you can, and if you want, you can lay all the way down onto your back. You can bring the arms overhead, or you can bring your right hand to your right heel and push away from you. You can press down into your left foot in whichever version you're in to help roll the tailbone up a little bit. And that might deepen the stretch for you. If you're lying down, lift up onto your elbows. And then if you're on your elbows, lift up onto your hands. And then straighten that right leg. Bring that left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Knee out to the side. Strongly flex your right foot. Inhale, reach up. Exhale and fold over your leg. Dropping the elbows, dropping the head. Pushing down actively into your right thigh. Pressing out strong through your heel, pulling the toes toward your head. And then as you inhale, by pressing down into your leg, try to extend out longer through the spine. On the exhale, you can draw your belly toward your spine and release your body over. On an inhale, roll yourself up, reach up. Exhale the arms down. And lift that left knee again, planting the foot on the floor, having the foot and the leg about hip width apart. Right hand on the ground behind you. Left arm reaches up. And then bend forward, bringing the arm inside the thigh. Turn the thumb down, the palm faces left. Bend the elbow. And then see if you can reach your right hand behind you and find your left fingers. If you can't, just leave your right hand on the ground. Then try to sit up as tall as you can. And turn your head to the right. If your hand is on the ground, use that to kind of rotate that right shoulder and chest open. If your hands are clasped, you can gently pull the right hand with the left fingers, pulling the shoulder back. Turn your head the other way. And release the hands. Come back around to the front. And then bring that left foot alongside the left hip. Bend the right knee and bring the foot on the ground. I should say, if bending the knee makes it impossible to keep your buttock on the ground, your left buttock on the ground, then you can stay straight. And then we'll start by pressing the hands into the ground behind us, lifting the hips, tucking under. Then if you feel like you can and you want, you can either come onto your elbows or onto your back. And once you get to your destination, you want to again lift the buttocks and tuck the tailbone under. So if you've come down onto your elbows or onto your back and it causes that knee to lift up, then you're kind of defeating the purpose. You've gone too far. You want to go only as far as you can go while keeping the knee down on the ground. And then if you are on your back, you can bring both arms overhead or maybe just the right one, using the left hand to press into the left heel. And then just breathe slowly. Feel the breath filling into the space and the shape that you're in. If you're on your back, come up onto your elbows. If you're on your elbows, come up onto your hands. Straighten that left leg. Bring the knee out to the side with the foot at the inner thigh and really flex that left foot. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, stay long in your torso as you release over. Dropping elbows, dropping head. Press the back of your left knee into the ground. Pull your left hip back and then press down into the left thigh to elongate out through the crown of the head as you breathe in. And draw the navel in to release over more as you breathe out. Pull the toes toward the head. Use your next inhale to lift up, reaching up. Exhale the arms down. Plant the right foot on the ground, lifting the right knee. Keep the left hand on the ground behind you. Inhale the right arm up. And then on an exhale, bring it inside the right leg. Turn the palm to face right. Bend the elbow around the leg. And see if you're able to bring your left hand back and grab the fingers of the right hand. And then try to sit up tall. Lift the collarbones as you inhale. And then exhale, turn your head to the left. If your hand is behind you, you kind of Sorry about that. We're back. Let's come over to hands and knees. We'll move the spine with a dolphin pose. So the hands will be a little bit in front of the shoulders, like they would be a downward dog. And then you bend the elbows, dip your chest down, scoop forward, lift, and then send your hips back. So you can either inhale for the whole forward movement part and exhale through the back movement part, or if your breath isn't slow enough, you can take 2 breaths. Just have it be one continuous flowing movement. So I see some really beautiful cobras here, but we're not actually pausing at all to create that. Just flow the whole time. Let your eyes look up at the top of the inhale. So you are for a quick second in somewhat of a cobra. I just didn't want you to hang out there at all. It's just fluid, but you don't have to be shy about completing the pose and turning the gaze up. We'll just do one more. And then the next time your hips come back, stay there. And push forward into the hands, sending the hips back. Breathing into the back body. And then roll onto the top of your head. Clasp your hands behind your back. Note which thumb is on the outside. And lift the clasp of your hands. Let the shoulder blades move in toward the spine, lifting the arms higher if possible. Breathing deeply and slowly. Release the hands down and slowly move the buttocks back onto the heels and lift yourself up. Nice and slow. Sitting on your heels. Just sit here for a moment, letting your body acclimate to this new position. And then take the arms out, bend the elbows. So you have cactus arms. And we're gonna breathe really rapidly as we twist. So we're gonna turn as we exhale, inhale through center, Turn as we exhale, and it's really fast. So the breath is forceful, and you're looking over your shoulder to really help you turn fully into your twist. Inhale, center, take the arms up, interlace all the fingers but the index fingers. Inhale and hold the breath. Good. Pull up through the buttocks, pull up through the anal muscles, pull up from the floor of the pelvis, the navel, and then press the chin in and pull the throat up. Press the tongue up to the roof of your mouth, roll the eyes up, holding the breath as long as you can, pushing all of it up toward the fingers. And when you need to exhale, release the arms by your side, bending over into child's pose. Letting the shoulders relax over the thighs. And then slowly lift yourself back up. Bring your hands to your lap. And then bring either hand with the first two fingers to the point between your brows, the thumb to your one nostril, the other two fingers to your other nostril, and then with the hand on your lap, take Yan Mudra, index finger to thumb. Seal off the thumb nostril and breathe in through the other side. Seal off that side, breathe out through the thumb side. Breathe in through the thumb side. And then with each exhale, switch sides. Bring your gaze, your inner gaze, to the point between your brows where your first two fingers rest. Last round. And when you're complete, just release the hand down to your lap again. Notice how you feel. Then drop your hips to the right. Create a pinwheel with your legs, with your right foot to your right knee. Bring your left hand to your left foot, your right hand to your right knee, and then come into rocking horse. Moving the hips. And rest it down. And bring the left hand to the right ankle. the right hand crosses over and wraps around the bottom of the foot. Inhale, lift tall through the crown of the head and pull up with the foot. Exhale, relax down. Inhale, lift tall, pull up, and relax down. And do 3 more. Good. Now hold on to the foot, keep it off the ground. Bring your left leg around and place it under, place the foot under the knee, and then bring the left foot, the right foot onto the left knee. So the 2 shins should be parallel and stacked one on top of the other. Bring the hands to the ground behind you, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest, push into the fingers, and lower the knees toward the floor. Stay like this if you want, or if you want to deepen the stretch, then bring the arms into the same position that the legs are in, and then fold forward, bringing the arms out on the inhale and down on the exhale. Out on the inhale, down on the exhale. If you're folded over, lift yourself back up. Lower the hands to the ground. And release the legs. And then we'll come back into a pinwheel the other way. Left foot to right knee. Right hand to right foot, left hand to left knee. Rocking horse. And rest it down. Right hand to the left ankle. Left arm crosses over and wraps around the bottom of the foot. Inhale, lift tall through the crown of the head, elongate the spine, lift the foot. Exhale, lower. Good, 4 more. And holding on to the foot, bring the right foot around so that the right foot comes under the left knee and the left foot comes on top of the right knee. So it's not here like a half lotus. The shins should be parallel to the edge of your mat. So the feet are not in toward your buttocks, but out away from you. as best as you can. And, it may look like this. That's that's fine. Bring the hands behind you, roll the shoulders back, lifting the chest, press into the fingers, lowering those shins down toward the ground. And again, you can stay like this, or you can mimic the legs with the arms. Lengthen as you inhale and fold as you exhale. Lengthen as you inhale, relax as you exhale. Fold it over, lift back up, release the arms behind you, release the legs. And then flip back over onto hands and knees. Bring the hands out about a hand's length in front of the shoulders. Middle fingers point straight ahead. Fingers spread wide. Elbows bend out and then roll back to face your thighs. Toes curl under. Take a breath. And on your exhale, lift your knees. Push forward into your hands. Back through your hips. Back through your thighs. Down through your heels. Let your chest sink down toward your thighs. Let your head drop down toward the floor. Press into the index fingers and thumbs even more, lengthening back those hips. Slowly breathe, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale and lift the belly. On your next inhale, lift the right leg and look forward. Exhale, step up between your hands. And we'll take this nice long runner's lunge, dropping the hips down. In fact, bend the knee a little bit so that you can drop the hips even lower. Then try to keep the hips as low as they are and straighten the knee by pressing the heel back. Good. Lift the chest. Push down into the right foot, maybe lifting the chest a little more. Press back into the left heel. Keep those hips nice and low. Straighten that back leg. And then step the right foot back. Come back to your downward facing dog. Breathe in and out. Inhale, lift the left leg, look forward. Exhale, step it up between the hands. Drop the hips. Bend the back knee and drop the hips even more. Keep the hips down and press back through the right heel until that right leg is straight. Press into the left foot. Lift your chest a little more. And step back into downward dog. And then bring the knees down and come into child's pose again, folding over, arms alongside the body. If your forehead doesn't rest on the ground, you can stack your hands or fists to support your head. And see how much you can relax here. Sitting back at your heels. Resting over your thighs. Melting the arms toward the floor. Letting everything go. Letting go of thoughts. Letting go of doing. Just being. Just breathe. Then bring your hands under your shoulders with your chin to your chest. Slowly lift up. Come off your feet onto your buttocks. And slowly lower down onto your back. Keeping the knees bent. And the feet hip width apart under the knees. Hands facing down on either side of you. Breath nice and deep, flowing from belly to chest. And then lift your hips, pushing into your feet. Clasp your hands the opposite way from what you did earlier. And if you don't remember, just clasp them whichever way feels less natural. And roll the shoulders under you. If you're not able to clasp your hands, you can just keep your hands down on the mat beside you, or you can hold on to the outer edges of the mat and pull away from you, and that will give you the leverage to lift up. And then if your hands are clasped, then you pull your hands apart, and that'll help you lift up. Press forward through your feet to get your hips a little higher. Press into your shoulders and upper arms. Get your chest and upper back to lift. Keep your knees parallel to each other and breathe into this nice open chest and belly. And then slowly release your hands. Lay your hips back down. Lift your feet off the ground. Bring your hands to your thighs. And then push your thighs into your hands and your hands into your thighs. And release down. Lift your hips and tuck your tailbone. Release your legs. Shake them out. You can place an eye pillow on your eyes if you're using one. Let your arms rest out away from your body. Palms up. Take a breath in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the weight of the body into the earth. Inhale deep. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the whole body, jaw, face, tongue, the lips. Inhale deep. Exhale out of the mouth, release the activity of your mind. Let go of your thoughts, your past, your future. Come right here into the present. Letting your breath anchor your awareness to this moment. Resting attention on the feel of your breath. And resting your breath so you're not trying to breathe. Just letting breath happen. And just being aware of it. Without control. Without judgment. Deeply relaxed. Letting go. Breathe into your heart. Move the fingers and the toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath. Stretch long. Hug the knees to the chest. Rock gently side to side. Feeling the ground massaging. Come center, bring the soles of the feet together, the palms together, rub hand to hand and foot to foot. Roll onto your side. Rest your head on your underside arm. Rest your body on the ground. Feel your bones sinking down. The muscles melting off the bones. The whole body relaxed. Just taking in how you feel here. And then slowly press yourself up. Let your head come up last. Sit any way that you're comfortable. Sinking down into the sit bones. Lifting tall through the crown of the head. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Inhale the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. Bring the chin to the chest. Namaste. Thank you. Have a good weekend. Happy December. Can't believe it's already December.